where we've come with license plate reading technology and our understanding and the use of it is that we've almost used it as a verb now. When we show up on a scene, I hear some of these kids, when I call them kids, these younger officers get out there and say, have you flocked that tag yet? You have the river, you have the barge traffic, the interstate system, rail system. So commerce is a big driving factor for Shelby County, Memphis, and its municipalities. Well, Memphis is my home. With the challenges we face as a community, and then also as law enforcement, is to constantly get better, constantly make a difference. And just because things aren't going right sometimes doesn't mean you just, you wave the white flag and give up. You just got to keep fighting. When you look at the total spectrum of crime, you can't predict everything. But can we look at trends? Certainly. Can we see where we can apply our resources to combat those trends? Absolutely. What we found is the vast, overwhelming majority of crime is committed in stolen cars. So we reached out, we asked if we could demo some cameras. Well, the next thing I know, we have a pilot project with 45 cameras on the ground, and we're making an impact. Our numbers are affected. And here we are some almost 18, 19 months later, and we've got access to almost 600 cameras, and we're getting 50 to 60 hits a day. It's grown beyond our expectations. Those cameras don't sleep. They don't need a break. They work 24 hours a day. They don't complain. If we don't have license plate reading technology, if we don't have these cameras out in the field, then my budget's going to be sorely affected, because to combat these numbers and these spikes in crime, I'm going to have to put more cars on the streets. I have to put more boots on the ground. We saw 3 carjackings off one particular camera, and yes, the cars are going to a particular house. We identified this house now. We know this guy is a violent offender. He carjacks people. That's his trade. Well, these go unsolved without that one camera. They go unsolved. These 3 victims don't get closure. These 3 victims don't get their property back. What did we prevent? What didn't happen the next week, month, year that this offender's, out of his element? What did we prevent with that? I mean, you can't put a price tag on that. You just can't. For 2 years, right at going on 2 years, which we measured, which that 18, 19 months has been that 2 years, we went down 10% last year in our Group A crimes, which are crimes that we have a hand in controlling. And in this year, we're down another 5. And this is in 2020. I was discussing with another commander earlier today the applications of body cameras now. At first, they were scary because they were different. And now they're an asset to us. They tell the story, and we want the truth. We want that evidence there, because right's right. And these cameras now, they're not out there, tracking your movement. They're out there tracking bad guys. We don't care that you're coming home. We don't care that you're going to work. We can't look at that. We don't know to look at that. But we know when you tell us that a white truck drove by your house and broke into your car, I'm gonna look for white trucks, and I'm gonna find that white truck, and I'm gonna get your stuff back if I can. Now, it's like we have another 587 deputies on the streets 24 hours a day. Tell me that's not a game changer. It absolutely is.